Life is a workout, and Smoothie King is here to help you power through. Whether you're crushing morning miles or sprinting through back-to-back meetings, give your body the energy, protein, and power it needs to help you conquer your goals. Only at Smoothie King.
This episode of Is This Adulting is brought to you by our Patreon supporters. We want to say a big thanks to new Patreon supporters, the Sinners vs. Saints podcast, and Zachary P. Thank you so much for your support. If you would like to support the show and get some cool bonus content in the process, you can head on over to patreon.com/isthisadulting. Thanks. Hey everybody, and welcome to Is This Adulting, the mental health comedy podcast you never knew you needed. I'm your best friend, and y'all, I'm a sleepy boy. I'm just a sleepy boy today. I'm Stephen Pappas.
Yeah, and holy crap, I'm like in comatose right now. It's stupid how late it is. Hey everybody. Did I say my name? I don't even freaking remember what time.
You never say your name.
That's true. My name's Chris. And I'm here as well.
You're a resident mystery boy. You just, nobody knows who you are.
Yeah, that's
and I love it.
That's a good point.
And so when you get two people together who are tired, I was telling Chris earlier, I don't nap, but I was so tired today that I definitely napped for like approximately 2.5 hours and woke up at dinner time. Yeah. And it was super solid. But you get two sleepy boys together. Nobody wants to hear that, which is why we have another best friend with us today.
Yeah, it's your best friend, Ify Nwadiwe. Did I jump in on that?
You did, and I
like it.
I love it.
Just right out the gate, mostly because I didn't want to forget to say that.
Well, we're going to make you say it again at the end. So.
All right, well, it's all good. I don't mind.
We actually, every time you speak, you have to clarify who you are because we're really worried that people aren't going to know. So, best friend
just
Chris.
so you know, it's Ify talking again. Back on the track. How y'all doing? Let's go. Yeah, I'm wide awake. It is only 7 p.m. on the West Coast. How y'all doing?
Living that West Coast dream. Yeah. Hey, you just heard his voice, but he's a comedian, writer, and actor. You've seen him on Workaholics or Comedy Bang Bang, as well as being one half of the Nerdificent podcast, which is really, really good. Y'all should check it out on the How Stuff Works network. Please welcome Ify Nwadiwe to the show.
Hey, Ify, how's it going?
Is this you talking?
Yeah. That must have been a real spoiler for someone who was like, I know. I love it when Steve says the guest. Yeah, this new guest just hopping in there, just yelling. He's too excited.
Well, you got to make sure you're doing it right.
We have very loyal listeners. They've already turned on you, so it's going to be hard to get them to come back.
Every time. I think it's because I always do the thing of like, and sitting across from me is, and I just lob it. So I'm so used, and Danny always gets cut out. But whenever she lobs it to me, I'm never paying attention. And so there's like a silence, then Ify, and then I was like, oh yeah. So now I'm trying to be better about that.
Perfect.
Even when it's not that.
Well, you are on the ball tonight.
I'm just fueled by LA traffic rage. You know, it's keeping me awake. You know, that's how we do it. You know,
fueled by rage. Also, I feel like I'm looking at everybody in the camera here, and y'all, we're on Skype, and everybody's wearing glasses except for Steven.
Ooh,
so I feel like I gotta put on the glasses now.
New.
So now,
yeah.
So y'all, I had to get glasses because I'm old. And I'm getting like really bad headaches from eye strain. And so I had to get those like blue light, like blocking glasses. So I look like I'm 140 years old because I've never worn glasses in my life.
I'm so confused looking at you right now, man.
Oh yeah,
right?
No, I knew the moment you put it on what glasses those were. Are those Gunners or just another brand?
Another brand. I'm poor. I can't afford Gunners.
Well, the only reason I say Gunners is because like on the Twitch community, they were like, they've been on it, like they are the glasses sponsors for Twitch. And I walked over to them. I walked up to their booth during TwitchCon. They were not fucking with the kid at all. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna find the rival. I'm gonna get Oakley's or something and just come at you.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. So now I feel like I fit in.
Yeah, now you're in it.
Yeah.
And I know everyone listening at home was hoping I was wearing glasses, so now.
Yeah. Now they just took a sigh of relief, like, whew, okay.
This entire time, they've been able to understand and perfectly create an image for each and every guest and me. But you've been this mysterious force that they've never quite gotten. It's like the part in Mario where you haven't got to that land yet, so it's just covered in a cloud, and so everyone can see everything but your face.
Yeah,
it's finally clear.
And now they know. And y'all, it's a beautiful image, even though I get real sweaty when I record, and so I'm just going to take these off because they're fogging up.
Yeah.
Great.
I'll take the headache. Anyway, we're going to get into everything in just a second, but hey, Ify, do you want to tell everybody where they can find you on the interwebs and or your home address?
Yeah. You can find me on the internet at IFY NWADIWE, Ify Nwadiwe on Twitter and Instagram, Ifties on Twitch if you like watching people play video games, on Nerdificent, like Steve said, and Candy Dinner, which is my podcast where me and my buddy Matt, we started comedy together back when I was in high school. He's like, yeah, he was a freshman, I was a senior, and we were in a comedy sports high school league, and it's been history since then. I think it's been 12 years we've known each other and been basically performing comedy together.
Okay, me and Stephen have a very similar question, and by similar, the exact same question. Explain what Comedy Sports League is.
Oh, man. So Comedy Sports High School League. So there is a family-friendly improv show in LA called Comedy Sports. It actually started, I think, in Chicago or Boston, one of those Midwest comedy cities. And basically, it's the closest, like, you know, when people ask, like, who don't know what improv is, they're like, whose line is it anyway? But UCB style is nothing like that because it's long form. This is the closest thing to whose line is it anyway. Like it's like quote unquote scored. All the games are supposed to matter. It's like the bit of the show is that it's a competition.
Nice.
And it's more fun when you're in high school because you get to go to these other schools, compete, and lose and then win when you're at your school, because obviously it's the home team advantage. The crowd's gonna cheer. Except the one time we did beat a school at their home turf and people were like, man, for the school to just turn on their own team and be like, no, we like these guys. But so that's when I started doing improv, and I was doing short form since then, till about I'd say 6 years ago when I always tell this cheesy story, but it's just one of those cool stories that I'm like, it works. But my buddy Matt actually he was like, you got to listen to the Donald Glover WTF pod. And I was listening to that. And at the time I was performing in Orange County, which is a shitty town in the Los Angeles area. For those who don't know, it's, and basically it's, I need to clarify this just for anyone nitpicking. It's Los Angeles to like the layman, but it's technically another county. Like Orange County is like Los Angeles's Jersey, for lack of a better comparison. I was performing up there, and it was like a big fish, small pond situation. Like it was a tight knit community. I was like at the time the only black guy performing there, so I was like the funniest black guy by default, and I was killing it. And then I'm listening to this podcast, and Donald Glover's like, not that many people's doing improv in LA, and he's like listing off people. And even though I knew there was no way, I was like half expecting him to list me, because in my head I'm like, oh, I'm doing it over here. So once he like listed and I didn't hear my name, I was like, that's where I need to be. I need to go to LA, start killing it, and just came to LA, started taking UCB classes, and it was kind of all history from there.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
What are we doing with our lives?
I'm making a dope ass podcast.
Well, some would say that. I would not, but you did, and so I appreciate that.
Yeah, we're grateful for that.
Before we start on the mental health check-in this week, just a bit of housekeeping. I know everybody loves housekeeping, so we have added a new tier on Patreon. That's right. Chris doesn't even know about this.
This is new to me.
Yes, so we added a new tier on Patreon this week, so if we can hit the next milestone that we're going to get to, hopefully a new milestone, I should say. If we can hit that next milestone, which is just a few $100s from where we are now, we're going to add another show every month, just a once monthly show for listener stories and things like that. And so if we can get to that milestone, we'll be able to actually produce that show that we've kind of been teasing for a while. So mental health check-ins, listener write-ins, things like that. We want to be able to share that with you. So everybody head over to patreon.com/isthisadulting. Help us out there, and hopefully we can launch that second show. There is a new tier that I should tell you about. I didn't steal this from Wine and Crime. It's going to sound like I did. So Wine and Crime has a tier where if you give them like $15, Lucy will send you a piece of trash from her house. Okay. I did that, and she sent me a bow tie that her husband wore in a wedding.
That's beautiful.
I'm really trying to declutter and like not buy so much, and I've bought so much garbage. And so we're going to have a thing called Steven's Book Club for a little while. So there's a new tier on Patreon. If you give it that tier, I'll send you a book because I need to get rid of some stuff. So I'll send you a book that I have. Maybe it'll be a comic book. Maybe it'll be a novel. Who knows? Maybe it'll be a cookbook. But I got to get rid of some stuff, y'all. So it's going to start with books. Maybe it'll move into movies. I got toys back here. I got all sorts of stuff. I need to declutter my life. So, help your boy out. That's all I can say.
Look, I have 2 books I can donate to that cause. I got 2 books when I went to the Ellen show, and I know I'm not going to read it, but it's like a real sad book, so I don't want to like throw it away. Like it's like a mother like wrote this memoir of like dealing with her daughter's terminal illness, and I was like, I can't throw this away.
Yeah.
But also like, someone should read it. So anybody, look, I'll send it your way. You can give that away.
Anybody who wants to cry while they read.
Oh
We've
my
got
gosh,
it for
yes,
you.
that stuff. Oh, especially now that I have a daughter, I can't do that. No, that'll end my life.
You'll need to be emotional like that. That's not
Yeah.
okay. It's like,
yeah.
ever since I got a dog, I can't watch, well, I never liked sad dog things, but like I can't watch I Am Legend anymore.
Oh
like,
man, yeah,
spoiler alert, the dog dies.
yeah.
So
Too soon.
that movie's like 12 years old. Come on, y'all. Like,
I know.
if you haven't seen it by
Someone
now,
was getting ready to put the DVD in and just now
Literally.
took it back and put it back in their red box case. And they're walking back to the convenience store. They're done.
Yeah, they're like, I liked it
can
better when he
find me
wasn't
a
wearing
Redbox.
glasses.
if you can find me a Redbox that's still renting I Am Legend, that's a time capsule, y'all. Well, we're going to start this week off just like we do every week with a mental health check-in. So, Christopher, my dear sweet man, how you doing this week?
It's funny. I know this question's coming every week, yet sometimes I haven't thought about it even slightly. And this is one of those cases. I guess that is a good thing. I mean, I haven't had anything in particular overwhelming, which has been kind of nice. Actually, nope. That's a complete lie. I'm remembering now. Okay, I know why I was trying to figure this out. It's because I tried to remove it from my memory. I actually had a really shitty week this past week.
Oh, no.
And it was related to just to some work stuff, and it's a long story, but just to kind of give like clarification, like I had to be a part of seeing a coworker of mine leave, and that just sucks. Like it's for a lot of different reasons. And so like the day or two afterwards, I found myself like, if you want to talk about guilt, so like going to sleep and continuously waking up to a dream of just that person and their family being like disappointed in me, and it's like, wow, that's about as bad as it can get.
Yeah,
it's like, I don't know if I want to stay awake and feel guilty or go to sleep and feel guilty. So yes, so it actually was a super horrible week, but I've been able to talk with this person a little bit more, and I'm grateful for their willingness to understand. And it's it's a shitty situation, but it sometimes just life is like that. And so that has really, really sucked. But I also have a slightly other weird thing going on this week, and that is my wife Kate is out of town for the whole week. And I've realized you get to a point when you've been in a relationship for a while that you no longer know how to function without another person. Like, and what I mean by that is like socially, like, so it's like, I guess I'll just go home with my dog and just play video games. And oh crap, it's now 11 o'clock at night. And I just got home from work only 6 hours ago, and oops, I forgot to feed the dog, and I forgot to feed myself. And
Chris, real talk, how much Minecraft have you played?
A pretty good amount. And here's the reason why. For anyone who's ever played Minecraft, for a long time I was not into it, and then I started loving it because I could listen to a podcast or something and just completely zone out. And currently, I've been spending a really stupid amount of time building an ocean.
Yeah, I was there for parts of that.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm doing it. It's one of those things that it just was like, oh, this is a fun idea. And then I got just far enough into it where it definitely wasn't fun, but I couldn't turn around because then I just left a huge gaping hole. So I had to do something with it. So it's been an interesting week. I'm tired from lack of sleep and from too much video games. And yeah, I don't know. Overall, though, I mean, I'm encouraged. So far, it's been a good week. I mean, now, to be fair, it is Monday that we're recording, so I mean, knock on wood. But yeah, so all right, Ify, how about you, man? How you been?
Oh man, it's it's been good. Last week I started working at BuzzFeed, which is they're doing their video game content. They just brought me on as a resident for 3 months. Cool. And before it was good. It was a good time coming because it was rough. I mean, this industry is fun in the sense that it's not stable. You go from, for example, I was writing on At Midnight for a year, and then I wasn't. They decided not to renew my contract, and then you go from having a regular job that you show up to 9 to 6, and it just ends, and it's not the end of the world as if you were working like in the private sector or another job where like you are quote unquote fired. It's just like, no, you just got to go back into hustle mode. This is the life you kind of agreed to. Mm-hmm. And I've been able to bounce from stuff to stuff, but like this past staffing season really didn't go my way. It was kind of dry. I ended up like getting rid of my team, all my like agents, because I was kind of unhappy with that, and just had my manager, and then it kind of for a while it was just sitting a lot of stuff, which this will happen a lot in the industry of like, like they'll be like, Steven, July, it's popping off. We're going to have you, working on this thing all of July. And, you've already worked out a rate. You're already like, paying bills in your head, buying stuff. And then they're like, you know what? Actually, that's going to push back. And then that's a whole month of income that you thought was coming that is just gone. And so it's been like a lot of situations like that, and it was getting kind of rough. I was it definitely got to the point where I was seriously like, well, before I like the last regular job I worked before I started writing and hosting kind of just to pay my bills was like Press Juicery. And I was like, and I still am friends with my friend who was a manager there. I was like, well, is it finally time to hit her up and get there? And that in itself is demoralizing, because when you make the jump to being a quote unquote professional, and you are writing, on a show full time, you would think, and it just was that it just kept, and you just don't know, and it just kept going, and it was getting pretty rough, and then everything all at once started turn around, like some real cool stuff that I can't say on air, but if you're super curious, I'll tell you all off air. But like that kicked in, then something else is right next month. I'll be doing something also kick-ass, and then I have BuzzFeed on top of it, and BuzzFeed has been a super fun experience. And like starting last week, it's cool because it's like it really is hands-on. Like you kind of make your thing. Like I thought it was going to be more like we get there and it's like, all right, these are the kind of videos we want you to make, and can you kind of pitch these? And it's like, no, what do you want to make? And you got to grab the camera, you shoot it, you cast it, you edit it, you put it out. So I'm really excited to kind of strengthen some stuff that I was weaker at. Like I was good at writing, being on camera. So now having to light my own stuff, having to edit my own stuff, I'm real excited to kind of get strong at doing that. And, you know, just on a whole, just mental level, just clear. I know, you know, I know rent's paid, everything's going good. And it really, you know, to kind of like lean on what this podcast is all about. You know, one of the biggest things you get when you join the WGA, which is the Writers Guild, is they make sure, you know, every writer can get access to a therapist. And it was like a moment like this that I realized why that's so important. Because there is like up and downs, you know. They even said, you know, at the orientation, some writers will have a writing gig and then it'll be 2 years before they get another one.
Wow. And
you're kind of sitting there, and especially like with me, you know, I have a wife and kid that's taken care of. Like, I'm the only one with a job, the primary breadwinner. And so like to be like, oh no, it was rough. Like just on a just complete mental level. But like the moment everything kind of lands and it kind of, you remind yourself what you do it for is like, all right, we're back in the game. Let's keep this going. You know?
Awesome, man. Well, I'm glad that.
So I guess the short answer is good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm doing good.
That's
right
cool.
now.
Steven, how about you, man?
You know, just to bring it back down from anybody having any joy in the world. No, I mean we talked last week. I kind of hit my bottom. I kind of hit that point where I was like, okay, I have to admit that I'm in a depressive episode. There's nothing I can really do about it other than try to dig myself out and get through it. And so went to the psychiatrist, mentioned that last week, went to my psych the next day. And my favorite thing happened, Christopher.
Ooh, I know what it is.
Yep, that's right. It's a meds adjustment. Yeah, doing another meds adjustment, switching to a totally different type of drug. So I'm cross-titrating right now, which means I'm coming off slowly of one while coming on slowly to the other one. And my brain feels real weird, y'all. I've been really tired, really stressed, really anxious. It doesn't help that I've been overextending myself, and like I realized like this week I committed to like 6 different projects outside of this, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll do that. I can come on that and do this and do that, and then I've had to reach out to some people and just be like, it's not going to happen. I feel bad. One of our friends had to recast a role in an audio thing that I was going to do because I was just like, I can't. I have overextended myself, and it is becoming detrimental to my health. So, yeah, I'm adjusting, but sucks. Not much I can do about it. But this week I'm just kind of indifferent to the suckitude, I guess.
Good word.
Is suckitude a word? Suckage?
It should be. It should.
Yeah, I like that.
Suffering.
I love being the Looney Tunes reboot. Suffering, suckitude.
Oh my god, yeah, that's my life right now. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is, but I'm gonna get through it. I'm gonna dig my way through it. It's just gonna be a stressful few weeks while I come off one and come on to another one. Because for anyone who's done meds adjustments or have not, I mean, I guess coming off of a drug to me is harder than coming onto it. Because when you're coming off of the drug, it's like your body goes into withdrawal. And the one I'm on now, luckily the one I'm starting, not the one I'm quitting, my doctor was literally like, so yeah, if you miss this one, it's going to be a little rougher. Like, have you ever missed a dose of the Lexapro that you're on now? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, all right, cool. Don't miss a dose of this one. I was like, why? She's like, because you'll have like fever, like sweats, like throwing up, like withdrawal.
Jeez.
And I was like, oh shit. Like after one dose? And she's like, you can. Yeah, if you just miss one dose, you might like get a fever and stuff. I was like, awesome. Really, really pumped about that. So I'll take my medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is my call to everybody. Just check in every once in a while. Make sure I'm taking my medicine.
Yeah.
Here, Ify, I'll give you my phone number. You just call me every day.
Oh yeah.
You just make sure I'm taking my medicine.
Yeah, please do. I don't want you fevered up and puking.
Neither does my wife. Anyway, as always, if you have a mental health check-in you'd like to share, an idea of how we can encourage you throughout the week, we would like to remind you we are not professionals in any way, shape, or form. And if you are in need of mental health care or you're in crisis, please seek out a mental health professional or call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. But you can reach out to us, send us an email at isthisadultingpod@gmail.com. We do not reply to every email, but we definitely read every email. And if you would like to, hopefully if we hit this Patreon milestone, if you'd like to submit mental health check-ins and stuff like that, just put in there that it's okay to read it on the show, and we'll read it on the show. We do everything anonymously. We give you a pseudonym, so don't worry about that. So yeah, if you want to do that, just hit us up. It's isthisadultingpod@gmail.com. So we are going to move into our first topic.
Ooh.
And our first topic this evening is Ify's topic.
Oh.
And so as soon as you are the most responsive emailer I've ever met in my life.
Oh man. Yeah.
Like-
I just, at the point I get so much, some still slip through the cracks, but I get so much that like I try and hit it back as quick as possible.
Well, I was like, hey, like, do you know what you'd like to talk about? And you're like, give me a few minutes. And most people will be like, give me a few minutes. And like a couple days later, they'll get back to you. Like literally 3 minutes later, I got a second email that was like, let's talk about this. And so we're going to talk about childhood crushes and how they affected our attractions.
Yeah.
So I know we've talked in the past. What did we talk about, Chris? Did we talk about
We talked about cartoon crushes.
cartoon crushes
Yes.
that we had as kids?
Oh,
yeah,
man.
where it just left us confused because we found ourselves attracted to a cartoon.
I got really, I took a deep dive on that episode about Lola Bunny.
You spent more time than anyone was comfortable speaking about her in particular.
It's a
man.
good looking bunny.
Yeah, you should have went to Tournament of Nerds this weekend. I mean, you couldn't because you're all the way on the East Coast. But my friend Connie Shin debated as Lola Bunny. She got knocked out this time, but when she first ran her Lola Bunny, she destroyed the competition. I'm gonna try and find a picture. It was so funny. It's just like fully self-aware Lola Bunny, just shit talking everyone.
That sounds amazing. And like real Lola Bunny.
Self-aware.
Yeah.
What do you mean by self-aware? Like woke?
Like no, like definitely knowing that she's a sex symbol and very proud of it.
Okay.
It was just so
So
funny.
sexually
Oh my
woke,
God,
maybe.
I must have-
Maybe that's a good
Yeah,
way.
sexually woke. Sexually woke, very proud of her status.
Oh my gosh. The idea of a sexually woke bunny, y'all.
I know.
I don't know how to feel about it.
Makes me feel very confused about Easter.
I mean, they know what they were doing when they designed, just the same way they knew what they were doing when they designed a Roger Rabbit.
Whoa. Oh, that's a great picture right there.
This picture's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Oh
is
my
impressive.
gosh. That's hilarious. Well, okay, so Ify, what made you want to talk about this? Like, let's
Oh, man.
let's delve into this.
Well, I've had conversations about this with my friends because, it is interesting to talk about just our psychology, and it really, some dude with an anime avatar, like, really tried me that day, one day when he was like referencing, like, it was like when I posted the thing Danny said about like getting revenge and us looking good, and someone was like, if you're still thinking about high school, you need to reconsider your life. And I was like, actually, no, our whole personality is built up off of interactions we've had our whole life. So if you're not thinking about high school, you're probably running away from something. You should probably be figuring out why. Sure. And that concept is always so interesting to me, of how we're molded. And the way I kind of landed on this is because, I've always been attracted to older women, and I never really thought about why until I realized, like, at a young age, like, I had a crush on an older girl, and she, like, you know, she played ball, and you know, and we'll just start and leave it at that. But I think about that in the sense that I was like, oh, that it was when I was wired, because I also had crushes that were my age that, you know, knowing us as kids, you know, nothing was happening. I had the cooties. So
Sure.
I think that switched the wiring in my brain that was like, oh, you know, older women, you know, they are going to be, you know, more mature and more ready to seek out romance. And in the end, you know, like it's whatever, but it's so interesting to think that. And so following that idea, I would ask someone like about like things they liked when they were younger, women they had crush on, and their attributes, and then ask them if they feel like that carried over until they're older. And like almost everyone I asked was like, yeah, I liked X thing, and I like X thing now in my partners. And it's kind of followed, and it was like, oh, your earliest experiences with romance, where you found successes, kind of just carry over with you, and sometimes we're not even aware about it.
That makes total sense, because Chris, you had a crush on Kim Possible as a kid, and you basically married Kim Possible.
In some ways, yes.
Oh, is that where your wife went to go on a mission?
She does. I'm not allowed to ask questions, though.
Yeah, he was playing Minecraft the other night, and he just heard her pick up the phone and go, "What's the sitch?"
Yep, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. One question I have that you said, which I'm grateful for, is you spoke in a way that suggested that I was successful at finding love at a young age. Because for me, it's funny to think back and go, when did I actually technically develop a type? Because for a while, I think the type was showing interest in me. Because that was attractive in the sense of someone thought I was worth being. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
It's taking a sad turn, Christopher.
Well, I'm not even trying to, but it's the truth. And so, yeah, so I'm trying to think. I don't know, Steven, you dated more than I did in high school and everything like that. So how did that affect you?
Well, by dated more in high school, you mean I dated the same girl for like 2.5 years.
/ you dated someone. I'm trying to think. I didn't date till much later into high school.
Yeah, I mean, so the crushes I had, I guess, definitely, just crushes, not even relationships, but the crushes that I had in high school definitely expanded into, the things I like. But it's odd how the crushes I had as a young child didn't. So like, okay, there was this girl, we're going to call her Kelly. And, I was way into Kelly. This is, really coming into my own as a man. This was 3rd grade. And Kelly I was all about for 3 years.
Jeez.
I mean, until middle school. And then Kelly moved to Kentucky. And never to be seen again.
Wow.
But people still talk to me. Like, my friends are like, remember how, like, in love with Kelly? I almost said her real name.
Oh,
remember how in love with Kelly you were? And I'm like, yeah. Flash forward to college. Kelly comes back from Kentucky and goes to the same college as me. And let me tell you, by that time, I had no interest in Kelly.
I don't think I knew this.
Yeah, no, it was weird. You didn't know her.
Oh.
Yeah, those crushes didn't carry over because that was like, I don't know. That type of human being is not who I was into.
Yeah.
But in high school, we all know, Chris knows I have a type.
Yeah.
We were just talking about this. So Chris and I have both been rewatching just all of the Ink Master. And they're the winner of season 8. Spoilers.
For anyone who doesn't know what Ink Master is, it's like Top Chef, but with tattoos.
And it's hosted by Dave Navarro.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're
So
really
you know it's
cool,
good.
everybody.
The winner of season 8, spoilers, was a girl named Ryan Ashley.
Oh yeah,
And
pulled her up.
yep. And if you look at Ryan Ashley, anybody, we'll put a picture in the show notes. No, that seems weird. Just Google Ryan Ashley tattoo.
Yeah.
No,
we're
if you
not
see
doing
her,
that.
that's my type. And so we're talking
great.
covered in tattoos and piercings, heavy makeup, all
Heavy
sorts of
makeup,
things, which
pale, almost like a witch.
whoa, well, that's assuming that anyone who practices witchcraft or Wicca is pale. And
No, I
that's
mean
not fair.
like more of like the stereotypical like movie witch.
Yeah, definitely. If there was a Craft reboot, she would be in the
Thank you.
top.
Yeah,
running.
that's what I'm going
She's
for.
gonna be in the
I'm
new
going for like
series of
like
Charmed.
a very specific like that type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What the media wants us to believe witches look like.
and that
The man.
There we go. She looks like she should have been on True Blood. Let's just say that.
and that that carried over because one of the girls, well, the girl I dated in high school, I guess, not quite to that extent, but was kind of like the anti-cool girl, and in that way was very cool to me.
100%.
Yeah, and so like that carried over until you get to like college, and then I think Chris can attest, the girls I dated in college are nothing like that.
Yeah,
It's weird.
so the anti cool girl that you're describing, those girls scared me. And what I mean by that, just they were so confident, and I was so not confident that
I once saw Chris walk by a Hot Topic and just burst into tears and run away.
yeah, that's just a true story. I still can't go into malls because of that. But yeah, I'm just trying to think like more and more. Well, so I am curious. What were some of your like celebrity crushes, and would you say that there are any like childhood celebrity crushes? Like, do you think that has any effect on who you are now? Because so some of my initial thoughts, I think about Saved by the Bell, and I think about really definitely Kelly. I liked Lisa a lot too. Jessie freaked me out a little bit because she was super intense. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I've
You've never watched Saved by the Bell, really? Wow, fine.
I've watched a few episodes and I remember thinking this is not good.
Wow. Well, okay, that's a deep cut. That was unnecessary. But so let's see here. Other ones, Topanga from Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
That was definitely one.
Oh, yeah. I feel like that was everywhere.
Yep. Lizzie McGuire, or AKA Hilary Duff. So
I was way into Raven Simone.
yes. Raven Simone. I'm trying to think of two musicians. So, Britney Spears, I was definitely into for a while. So here's a fun random story about me and Britney Spears. I know you can't say that every day. So, when I was a kid, my family, okay, not my whole family. That's a weird thing to say. So me, my cousin, my mom, and my aunt, for some reason, us four went to see Britney Spears. It was a real crazy Friday night, and I think I was like 8 or so. It was like before Oops, I Did It Again had come out. All right, so so we get tickets and we get. So like they say, like the nosebleeds, we were literally the last row,
Yes.
and we were the last row that was partially behind like a pillar. So, so my aunt had brought, because she knew how bad of seats we were going to have, she brought binoculars, and I think back about this now because like my family talks about this fondly, and I don't remember it fondly now because of how creepy I was, apparently, as an 8-year-old. Apparently, I watched the entire thing through the binoculars, would refuse to give it to anyone else. And that makes me super scared of what type of creep was I as a kid. So
I'm concerned.
yeah, so that was one. And then, the only other person I can think of a diehard crush on was Ashanti, if anyone remembers Ashanti.
Of course, we all remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had a crush on Ashanti, and I wanted to be Ja Rule. mainly because he was rich and he did very little to be successful. When you say he could just stand in the back and just grunt a few times and he was a millionaire and he got to hang out with Ashanti. So,
See, if we're talking like childhood celebrity crushes for me, I mean, obviously, Chris, it was that type of like, it was Amy Lee from Evanescence. It was Hayley Williams from Paramore. I mean, it was those girls. But I think we're forgetting a very major crush that I think Ify needs to know about, because I think this is important for everyone to know. Chris Grimmett. When we were freshmen in college.
Oh, yep.
Who did you have a big crush on, celebrity-wise?
I had a big crush on Taylor Swift. This was back in the beginning. Before.
Yes.
Wow.
This was like second
These
album.
were the Fearless days.
Yeah.
And
back when I was still a little country boy and I couldn't help it, but still kind of like country music.
Yeah.
But I need to tell you, this wasn't a normal crush, y'all. This isn't like, it's not just a little crush. It's not like we faint every time we touch.
It's legitimately embarrassing.
It wasn't one of those. It was to the point that I remember vividly a conversation that Chris Grimmett had with me.
Way to shame me in front of everyone.
Oh yeah, I'm throwing you under the bus.
I already talked about how I didn't date anyone, and now I didn't have any like standards to be great. Why don't you push me deeper down into insecurity? Perfect.
I will.
Okay.
You told me, if I could just meet her, I think she would like me.
Can I just say, I remember saying that, and I remember completely believing it. And I want to like go back to that time and punch the shit out of myself and say, who do you think you are?
You know what? I can't knock you. I can't open my mouth to say a word to you. You know why? You want to know why? Because you might have had that crush.
Okay.
But in 2003, a movie by the name of Kill Bill came out. And there was a character who used a long chained mace. The Gogo Yubari.
Yep.
But the actress's name was Chiaki Kuriyama.
Ooh.
I found her MySpace. Added her. She added me back for somebody. I mean, her career was starting, so she probably was trying to start that.
That
up.
was huge for you,
And
I bet.
I left a comment on her page that said, if you ever want to marry an American, just come to America and I promise I will marry you. This is something I wrote on her page. There was something where I made that real connection, and I knew it was for real her because I couldn't understand any of her posts. It was completely in Japanese characters.
Wow.
And had like the kind of like janky ass taking on a cell phone and digital camera pictures to prove like that it was really her. But I had one shot to make contact with this person, and I went straight to marriage.
You went
out the gate.
Yeah, not, hey, what's some of your favorite hobbies? You just went for
Yeah, no. Let's get married. Meet me at the altar in your white dress.
Okay.
We ain't getting no younger. We might as well do it.
It's
for all my jagged edge.
How would you-
I guess
Oh,
it's
yeah.
my turn here. Two things that happened. One, I invited Hayley Williams of Paramore fame to prom.
I remember that. Yeah.
I emailed her in high school and invited her to prom. She did not respond.
My mouth is agape. My mouth is completely agape.
Yeah, but there was also this is the least known of Taylor Swift, and well, no, okay.
Oh, I was
actually,
like,
the Kill Bill might be less known. American Idol season 2. The 6th runner-up.
Oh no.
Was named Carmen Rasmussen.
Oh God, I remember. Carmen
And
Rasmussen. It sounds more like someone who just took a cough medicine of some sort.
Yes, it does. Like, I just gotta, I wrote her a piece of fan mail,
God.
basically telling her that she inspired me to be a singer, and that I loved her.
Oh no.
I was 12. She was like 22.
You're 12, so it's still kind of cute.
And she never told me she loved me back, but I will tell you, I think I've told this on the show maybe before. my junior year of high school. 3 years later, I'm laying in bed. My mom comes in and is like, "Why are you not ready for school?" And she wakes me up and goes, "Do you know anybody with the last name Rasputin?" I was like, "I don't know, the guy that killed Tsar Nicholas." Like, I don't. And she was like, Rasmussen. And my eyes shot open. And she goes, "You got a letter from somebody with the last name Rasmussen." And I immediately was like,
man,
"Give it to me." And I ripped it open.
Please leave the
and
room, mother.
She responded to my fan mail 3 years later.
no way.
And it was just a signed picture of her and Simon Cowell. But
that's even worse. That is someone who was like,
3 years later?
shit's not going that hot anymore.
I gotta respond to this.
I gotta respond. Gotta keep the day ones happy.
My thought is, if it's been 3 years and things aren't going well, write a freaking letter back. You know what I'm saying? Like you put your heart on the freaking line for her, and she just sent you back a picture. Mm-hmm. Man,
what was her name again? Scarlett Rasmussen.
Carmen Rasmussen.
No,
I love the amount of research that Ify is doing during this podcast.
Scarlett Rasmussen. That's a skin rash. That's what that is.
All right, she definitely. It seems like she does not have a Twitter. She has just been like. She has a website though, the official site.
Uh-oh.
The site requires a Flash plugin. Yeah.
I'm loving this.
And and it says Carmen's debut CD available in stores August 28th. So let me see when that CD came out.
Yeah, I was going to say that debut CD came out August 28th of 2007.
Gosh. Carmen, if you're out there, I want you to write another letter to Steven. Give her the P.O. box if this is Carmen.
Oh, look, let me go to the fan club.
Oh, my.
Need a place to talk about Carmen? Here it is. Talk with other members.
No one's in there.
All of the photos.
Just me.
Steven, I need you to join that fan club right now. And I need you later today. And then I need you to see if there's anyone still on there. And if so, we have to bring them on the show.
It's just going to be me and
crashes. Carmen. When you try and join the fan club, it crashes. Where is Carmen Rasmussen?
Oh my gosh.
She just left her site up and disappeared from the world.
This is the next hit true crime podcast, y'all. We could be the next Up and Vanished. We just need to find out where is Carmen Rasmussen.
It's like it's Serial and S-Town together as one for something that no one clearly cares about.
I care about.
Oh no! I found out.
Oh God!
Uh-oh.
I found her.
Don't tell me what I think it is.
I know she's alive.
Okay. I was about to say
she is currently an active writer for the Desert News. And her bio is as such. Carmen Rasmussen Ibert is a former American Idol contestant. She writes an entertainment column for Desert News. It says that. But the last four posts, her last post was July 19th of this year. A mission can save lives. July 17th, sharing our belief in Christ. July 6th, how a delayed plane and a screaming toddler turned into an opportunity to serve. June 30th, the real heartbreak of a mother being separated from her child is real. And then
she's an entertainment writer?
That's what it says, but it's nothing entertaining.
She
all
seems
fake.
She seems she doesn't understand the definition of what entertainment is supposed to be.
Oh man, it definitely got it. She of course has an article where she slut shames Aly Reisman.
Wow. Wow.
No.
How Aly Reisman and I disagree on modesty.
Wow.
Olympic gymnast Aly Reisman wants to stand up against sexual abuse and be a voice of change, but I think she's doing it the wrong way. Recently, Reisman testified in court against the U.S. gymnastics Dr. Larry Nassar for being sexually abusing her. This is the worst position to be on this take. Already, whoa. I'm going to say 3 sentences in.
Oh my gosh.
This
Steven.
take. Carmen, if you're out there, don't write me a letter. Don't send me anything back.
I was young. I was in love and I was foolish.
I didn't know. So Any other thoughts?
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
what this
man,
really
what-
tells us is
Oh wow!
that
How did you
what
go
you said from the beginning. If
idol
the people that we're attracted
being
to in high
like,
school,
Oh,
we're still attracted to. So that tells us a lot about Steven.
Oh god,
The
that was in middle
end.
school.
The end.
Oh my god, don't put that evil on me. I love people and I hate. Anyway, we're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back with more Is This Adulting? Oh god.
Wow. Well,
We discovered some stuff. Hey everybody, best friend Stephen Pappas here, breaking in with your weekly podcast recommendation. So, this week I'm recommending Fantastic Geeks and where to find them. So if you haven't heard the show, it's wonderful. It's nerd culture at its best, which I'm very much into. So the description says, join best friends and YouTubers Anna Brisbane and Tessa Netting as they cover all things nerdy, including TV shows, books, movies, animation, and pop culture. Listen in as these two proud Ravenclaws, shout out to Ravenclaws by the way, that's me, debate ship wars, play games like Would You Rather, and sort characters into Hogwarts houses. New episodes every Friday. This is a hilarious show. I love it. I'm super nerdy myself, so that's very good for me. I enjoy it very much. And it's hosted by Ravenclaws. And if you're not a Ravenclaw, what are you doing? What are you doing over there, Hufflepuff? I see you. My wife's a Hufflepuff. I shouldn't talk bad. Anyway, Fantastic Geeks and where to find them. You should check it out. Check them out on the Twitters, on iTunes, or wherever podcasts are sold. Back to the show. I know. Ify's really happy to be with us now that I've done that cool train analogy. Anyway,
yeah.
We're back. We're back. Hi. Hey there, everyone. And Ify, I've never seen anyone look so excited about being back.
well, I'm back, like I never left.
Which is ironic because we didn't. Anyway, hey, Chris, what are we doing now?
we are playing a game that I felt was appropriate because, one, I love games, and two, Ify, you're a writer, so I figured this would be right up your alley. No pun intended with what I just said. So, this is a game that I call Shelf Awareness. This is where, we all remember that book fair growing up that just had all the most amazing things where you could find anything about any interest, any occasion. Well, today we're going to explore some of the lesser-known book categories and figure out which one is a real book and which one is fiction. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go through some of the lesser-known sections of the book fair, and we're going to have to figure out which one is real and which one's not. So what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need both of you. Let me just explain. This is Steven versus you, Ify, and we're always on Ify's side. That's kind of the take that is just pretty consistent. So I'm just going to need you to. What should we just buzz in? Should we just? What is the best thing? I don't even know.
I think we got to buzz in.
Okay, just buzz. Okay, I didn't know if we're going to do anything in particular.
Oh, do you want to do something exciting?
Yeah, I don't know.
Ify, you're improv. What sound should we make?
Maybe that auga. That seems to be
that is comedy gold right there. I like it. Perfect. All right, so this is what we're going to do. So I'll explain. I'm going to describe both the titles of each book, as well as I'm going to give you a quick little synopsis. Once I've read both of them, the first person to buzz in with that really great sound effect will get the chance to be able to take the point. So are we ready? So this is an interesting first section that we're going to, and I call this section of the book fair Less Lovable Creatures is the best way I can describe it. You'll understand soon enough. So here are the two book titles.
Did Carmen Rasmussen write this book?
Maybe. We'll see. So is it Rats for Those Who Care, where it introduces different varieties of rats and discusses the care and feeding that rats as pets should have? Or is it Apathy Ticks, why ignoring ticks could be the difference between life and death? A scientific study of how ticks kill 3% of the world's population and why learning how to protect yourself can save lives. Which one is it?
Auga.
Oh.
Oh, wow, you said that both somehow sensual and not. I don't know. Yes, Steven, which one do you think it is?
It's the rat one, right?
It's the rat one. Yeah,
It was too punny to not be. or to be the
but
tick
the thing
one.
is, sometimes it's very punny. I'm going to show you this little picture real fast. Anyone who wants to see the picture as well, don't you worry. You can just go to the show notes. The show notes is going to be in this description, and you get a tell me if you see this picture or not. I don't know if I did it. Am I good at this? I don't know. Yeah, I did it. No, I didn't. Oh my gosh, I'm horrible.
Y'all, we're bad at the internet.
Here we go. I just sent it, so you're welcome. This is Rats for Those Who Care. It is a horrible cover. There is nothing interesting whatsoever about this. It's just a checkered board print with a pixelated image of rats. So yeah, you are right. Unfortunately, that is the correct answer. So Stephen, you're up 1-0, but it's okay because
On March 6th of 1999, someone wrote, "This book made me very unhappy. The author must not have any pet rats, or her rats would be dead. And she would know now never to use wood shavings in their cages.
Oh my
The
gosh.
only wood shavings suitable for rats are aspen, but Carefresh or products made of recycled and sterilized newspapers are the best. This, along with a lot of other misinformation, can kill your pet rat."
Thank you. I've been saying that for years, and so it's just good for someone else to say it, you know?
And then, just so you know, real quick, February 15th, 2017 was the next review. That's right, almost 20 years later. It was in great shape. My daughter ordered it and really likes it. 5 stars.
It's
That's all I
great.
got.
We haven't been able to keep any of our rats alive, but it's great. So all right,
great.
so we've now moved out of that section, and we've moved into a little bit more of a erotic section, so to speak. Yeah, it's called the sensual spooky section. And is it?
Oh, God.
Is it either Love Has No Borders, real life stories of people who've fallen in love with someone who's crossed over, or How to Seduce a Ghost, a crime novel of a lonely writer and a mysterious murder?
Auga.
Which one do you think it is, Ify?
Love Has No Borders.
It's not.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
I'm glad that I was able to get you on this one. It unfortunately it's How to Seduce a Ghost. Love Has No Borders is so much more of like a beautiful name, which is what I was really proud of. But no, it's just a random true crime novel to where it doesn't really explain anything about it. It's from the little bit that I've learned, it's just this lonely ghostwriter that, no pun intended, that their neighbor had their house burned down and she was afraid that she was going to get killed next. And somehow that has something to do with seduction. But if anyone wants to read it, please tell us how it is and if it works, because I've got a ghost nearby that I'm needing to do some seducing. Nope.
Needing to
real
do some
thick-
seducing?
Thick ghost.
I need y'all to
close.
know that literally every review is just actually a review about the plot of this book. So there's nothing funny to read. There's just, I'm sorry.
Boo.
Oh, really? That's disappointing.
Oh, wait, there is a 3-star. Let's see what they had to say. The second half of the book makes up for the slow start. Okay, no, everybody sucks.
Okay.
I like how you got so excited. You're like,
Okay. No, I'm sorry. We're not going to, no one should read that book, but it's okay. So it's still 1-0. It's still anybody's game. And now we're moving into another section. It's the section that I like to call the human body section.
Yes.
And it's pretty simple. It's either pee with purpose, a how-to guide to use your pee for many home remedies, or fart proudly, essays written by Benjamin Franklin that you never read in school.
all right. Auga.
All right, Ify, which one is it?
My money is on P with purpose.
It's
Bear
not.
Grylls taught me. Oh my gosh.
I've
What are
got-
you telling me?
I've got
Bear
you twice.
Grylls.
Hey, believe it or not, no, I wish it was, but it's actually fart proudly.
Oh my God, it is.
So yeah, I'm going to show you this book, and people. So pretty much, apparently, there's this other side of Ben Franklin that no one knows about, and he writes all types of crazy, just like essays that didn't show up in history class, and I think one of them talks about flatulence. I don't really understand why this is a book, but I mean, if anyone's into history and farting, this might be literally the book for you. But it's okay. Hey, because as always, we're down to the final one, and the final one is for 2 points. So, will we have the riveting game of 1-0, or will we possibly have? Did you find something about fart proudly?
On October 20th, 1998,
Okay.
Teddy4738 wrote, "For some people, farting is a very serious problem. I have a friend who's unable to control himself and simply farts and farts and farts. It's very embarrassing for him. Doctors say it's all in its head, but it's not." And that's the end.
I did see one review somewhere where it said something about, I was hoping that my confidence and my flatulence would grow from this book. I was very disappointed. So, all right, so we're down to the wire. It's 1-0. It's still anybody's game. It's all right. It's whoever gets this point wins. Or if we miss it, then it's Steven wins.
Which never happens.
All right, so this section is a little bit more interesting. I didn't know how to call it other than, so follow this very long phrase. The wrong way to process complex emotions section.
Okay.
You'll see soon enough. Is it?
That's my autobiography.
Yeah. Well, wait until you see these, and you may realize that you may be doing better than you thought. Is it how to seek vengeance on your neighbor? Get back at your asshole neighbor without breaking any laws? Or curses and blessings for all occasions? A comedic book that provides you the words to get through any situation.
Auga. I got to take this shot. I
You have to
come
go
in
for
here.
it. Ify, is it how to seek vengeance of your neighbor or curses and blessings for all occasions?
I think it's going to be how to seek vengeance on your neighbor.
The answer is curses and blessings for all occasions.
All of them was the second option. Everyone you read, it was the second. And this time I was like, it could be curses and blessings. It sounds like it, but that would be the third one in a row.
I know.
That was the second.
That's how I do it. It's I purposely put those three. I purposely put those three because I was afraid that someone might think that. So this is the last one. It's actually a comedic book where it's just, literally, it's a bunch of small, like, sometimes blessings, sometimes horrible things to say. I don't know what it's for exactly, but anyone who has someone that they would like to curse. I'm very sad that there's not a book about how to seek vengeance on your neighbor, though.
Oh man,
I am super bummed about that because if someone could literally
use that.
Just say, I'm going to write a book of loopholes for things that you can do to be horrible to your neighbor that technically they can't sue you for.
This book was released in 2012. And to date, there are no reviews for it on Amazon, and they only have one left in stock, y'all. So you better move now.
For curses and
1207.
blessings?
Yeah.
But the author, whoever it is like a bestseller. Has sold like millions of other copies of stuff, so that's why.
Nobody's reviewed this book, so.
Interesting. With that, Ify, I'm so sorry. Unfortunately, you did not win this, but that's okay. It's okay because you've learned a lot today about what are some of the weird books that are out there. And hey, if someone finds these books, let us know because we'll send them. And Steven, as you're donating all your books, we'll just send these as well.
Yes, I will do that. Absolutely. So, hey, if you give it that level, you're going to get a bunch of garbage from Steven's house. Anyway, well, I've won the game. Let's all remember that.
Congratulations.
Because I haven't won a game in bordering on like 15 episodes. So this is very exciting.
Looks
I would
like
like to
you're
thank Ify for handing me the victory. And just for joining us, but mostly for handing me the victory. We're going to move into our final topic now while I ride this beautiful cloud of gloating. We're gonna move on because I'm sure this has been hard for you, Ify. This loss has been difficult.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna get through the rest of the week.
I know. Well, how does it feel knowing that your child will probably view you as a failure now?
But yeah,
Because you messed up this
I'm
game.
gonna walk in and she's gonna be listening to a podcast. And it's like, I told you not to listen to podcasts.
She's gonna go
like,
pee
no.
with purpose. Are you kidding me?
Come on, Dad. Yeah, I'm sorry I had to do that to you, but you're probably going to need to de-stress a little bit. So we're going to move into our final topic.
Ooh, that was a solid segue.
Nice.
You know, I do my damn best. I've been doing this podcast thing longer than most people. Going on, I don't know. We're probably one of the oldest podcasts now, a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So
definitely so.
Okay.
Definitely so.
We're going to move into our final topic, which is weird ways that we de-stress. So Chris sent me this, and I mean, I didn't know how to respond to it at first because I was like, weird ways we de-stress. Let's talk about that. And then I really thought about it, and I went, how do I de-stress? And then I realized I don't de-stress.
Well,
Interesting.
so here's the thing, though. I mean, everyone's got like their. I mean, there's the more traditional way. Some people, meditate. Some people chill and just try to watch TV and not think about stuff. Some people, play sports. Some people drink. Some people there's a wide variety of different things to do. But there are some things I can imagine that are like unique to us that I'm not saying no one else does, but we're definitely, there's not tons of people who will do this in moments where they find themselves stressed. And the reason why I say this is because recently I have found out some unusual things that I do, and I just wanted to see if I'm the only one. So before I volunteer my own stuff, can y'all think of anything that you do that's kind of strange that most people wouldn't do to de-stress?
I can't think of anything that would be just like super objectively strange. Like, I feel like there's some things that I'm like, that's kind of weird, but people would probably be like, nah, I do that.
Okay. Well, then let me break the ice.
Well, real quick, before Chris says this, I do want to say if we have any young listeners, I'm not sure what Chris is about to say, but it does seem like it's going to be filthy and or sexual.
No,
so I would like to say...
it's gross, but
Chris,
it's not sexual.
Chris, allow me to finish.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We are sex positive here at Is This Adulting? So whatever Chris is about to say, I do want to just give a warning to anyone under the age of, say, 15. You're not going to want to hear this. Anyone over the age of 15, you're not going to want to try this probably until you're much older. So
Well, why don't you go read your love letter from Carmen while I share this? Okay, so
that makes it sound like I'm in love with like a 50-year-old Christian contemporary artist from the 90s.
So
There's
all right.
a deep cut for y'all.
So let me explain to you one of the things recently that I have discovered that I think I'd heard of once before, but I never really paid attention, and somehow it just like popped up on like my news feed, and out of morbid curiosity I clicked on it, and then I went into a deep dive on YouTube. And so be prepared, because this thing is disgusting. Did you know that there are millions of people across
Chris,
this
you
world
didn't watch it.
that watch pimples being popped?
I knew that's what you were going to say.
/ a wide variety of other things. Steven's leaving. So, okay, hear me out, Ify, since Steven's gone.
Oh no, I've gone. It is rough at first, like when it's gross, but there is like a calming release when it's popped. That you're like, oh, this is over. So
Yeah.
I can see why some people would be into that, because there are some, whenever it's like, or those videos where there's like something lodged in some dude's nose and they like pull it out with pliers, and then like once it's out, you're like, oh, whew, that's over.
Yep.
Oh, that must be so relieving.
So let me explain a little bit, because I feel I need to justify, because a week ago I would have also have looked at myself with disgust and confusion. So it all started when I wouldn't click on that. I clicked on instead one of the most famous people for this is called Dr. Pimple Popper. They have,
There's a pimple popping compilation 2016.
She has all
why
types.
did I do that?
She has all types of stuff over there. But so she has like millions of subscribers. But then TLC literally gave her a show, And so I was
I
like,
thought you meant the band TLC.
yes,
I was
yes,
like,
TLC
That's
specifically.
wild. They're gonna do chasing waterfalls while she's on stage
Yep.
popping away.
R.I.P. Lisa Left Eye Lopez.
Yeah.
Yes, unfortunately, it's not that TLC. No, it's just the show TLC, which would definitely be the place that the network that would give a pimple popper a show. But so she's a dermatologist, and so I was like, I saw her interview, and I was like, is this really a thing? So I decided I would look for myself. And here's the reason why I find it so interesting.
Sorry. I just want to make one small correction. You said she has 1 million followers, but Dr. Pimple Popper has 4.1 million followers.
Thank you for the clarification.
4.1 million followers. Everyone working on. Oh, this is bad. I don't know why I'm still looking at this.
So let me explain. So the first time I watched it, I definitely was screaming a little bit out of pure disgust. But then I watched another one. And I think there's two separate things that I like about this, okay? And here's the number one thing. One, I realized that if I had the skills and or knowledge to be a doctor, maybe I wouldn't be as grossed out as I thought, because I can stomach a lot of these things. Steven, he's gonna watch some of these. See, I'm not interested in the small pimples. I'm interested in the huge ones instead. So let me explain just a little bit about what I'm so intrigued by. I'm specifically intrigued by, Steven, you're not paying attention to me. You're too busy paying attention to something else, aren't you?
Oh, I know the exact moment he's at just based on that reaction.
All right. Oh my God, he's really upset right now.
God, I'm dying inside and on the outside and everywhere.
But I will ask you this. Isn't there a moment when you're like, ooh, that must be relieving?
No.
So let me explain specifically why I'm so intrigued by this, okay?
No. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
No. I have a valid reason. It's because I do. It's because in some of these, you've specifically seen people, and I'm actually getting serious for a second. Like, you see people who have been like dealing with severe pain or severe like pressure, because it's not like some of these are just like small. Y'all, let me explain. There was one that this person had like a 15-pound thing on them that they were able to get released. And the thing is, it's not all pimples. Sometimes it's like a wide variety of things, to where sometimes this still sounds disgusting. It's like a cyst or something. And this is what I've taken away from it. I am both a sucker for happy endings, and so seeing someone like almost crying out of relief is, for some reason, makes me feel the equivalent of like the end of Extreme Home Makeover. But also, the human body is the most interesting thing in the freaking world. And to see what weird things the human body can do, and then we're able to take out of it, like, it's just the most amazing thing to me. And I think my second thing is, it leads almost into, a lot of people know about ASMR, but they also have these, like, everyone has seen those videos of just like things that are like perfectly satisfying. And it's when you see like everything lined up in a perfect order, or you see someone carving a piece of soap, or just something works out perfectly. It's weird how it's both gross and weirdly soothing. And believe me, I recognize how disgusting this is. And I recognize that there are some people who were listening to this and left as soon as I started talking about this. So I just want to be upfront that is an unusual way that recently I found myself de-stressing with. And I don't know why, but I know it's not just me. I know there's 4.5 million people out there. And even my wife, Kate, we sat there and watched a few. And it was just like, oh my God, this is both gross and incredible at the same time. Steven, do you never want to talk to me again?
I have to go to bed at some point this evening. And I honestly don't think I'm going to be able to sleep, because what I saw cannot be unseen. I literally thought I was going to vomit at one point during this conversation. I need to find an interesting way to de-stress now because of the sheer amount of stress that you have put into my system. My cortisol levels are super high.
You just need to keep watching. I promise you it gets better.
Chris, I'm going to be honest with you. I will never watch that shit again in my life.
Well, there's a few that you need to see before you say that. So
No, there's not.
I hear
you did
what you're
bring up a
saying.
good point, though.
I hear what you're saying. We're going to watch some later this weekend.
No, we're not.
Okay.
I'm not coming to your house this weekend if we're watching those. I will, however, watch people cut soap for hours.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, that being said, I love me a good slime video.
Yeah.
And cutting soap. Those are mine. And there has been moments where I've been at a party, and I want to say overwhelmed, but partially probably just bored, not wanting to talk to people. And I've popped that in, reset, recharged, and started talking to people again. So those are great. As much as I want to say that you're insane and crazy for liking this, I have 4.1 million people who would disagree.
Yeah.
I have 4.1 million people who's like, y'all crazy. Chris is right. I'm about that. The thing that makes me mad is not the video itself, but this gross ass foot next to it. And I'll just read you the title of it, and you can just imagine what it looks like.
I know which one you're talking about.
Explaining my feet while doing a callus trimming.
Yes.
And the foot is yellow. I don't think I see a foot. I think I see the callus, and then the largest razor blade in it. Oh, my mouth.
Yeah, so let me...
I need to just get off this. Hold up.
To defend myself, I definitely don't watch those videos. Like I said, some people may still find it comforting, but again...
Comforting.
Maybe. I don't know. So I think there's a couple reasons why. Me and my wife were talking about this and trying to figure out why exactly do we like this so much. And I think it's one... I was talking... No, so I was talking with some people at work about this. Some people were on my side, at least in the fact that they understood why, like, a pimple popping was a satisfying thing, and some people weren't. Ironically, it was mostly married people who were interested or thought that was like a enjoyable thing to do, and I wondered if it's just because when you're like you get to a certain point in your relationship, just you find yourself like your significant other is just kind of like, hey, can you reach that part of my back? And you're like, no, okay, maybe at least in my office that's how we were. That's how we were talking, and so because of that, like, and the single people were, I was like, have you never popped a friend's pimple? And they were like disgusted, and I was like, actually, I don't know if I have either. I think I might just be leaning on solely my married life experience, but I found myself being very intrigued, and I will go as far as saying embarrassed by how long I watched these videos earlier this week.
Christopher, have you popped your wife's pimples?
Oh yeah, totally.
And you're still capable of making boom boom?
I don't think you understand. It's sometimes they're just Wait, Ify, have you never done this?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't love my wife that much.
All I'm saying is, in an office space, there were like 10 other people who all agreed with me, who said, yeah.
No. There are some people who do it. There are also 4.1 million people who watch pimple pop videos.
Sure. Well, okay. Again, it's not like I'm over here just being like, hey, give me all the pimples in the world. It's just, it's more of, hey, pimples suck. No one likes them, and they can definitely be like a source of insecurity. And there have been times where it's like, or even better, everyone's had a pimple on their back that hurts so bad that you're like, I would rather get this thing over with than have to experience anymore. I didn't mean to have such a long conversation about pimples, but what I'm getting at is it's an unusual way that I found myself to de-stress that I've only recently, and again, it's not like all I'm doing is watching pimple videos. It's more of just, it's another medium, like that's visual ASMR for some reason, that I'm just intrigued that the human body can, again, I'm less interested sometimes in the popping and more just interested in like how crazy big some of these can get. Like what I'm talking
Yeah,
about,
I mean,
like pounds, 10, 15 pounds. Okay, I'll stop.
Literally the whole time, the only way I've gotten through this conversation is, I'll be honest, I've listened to about a third of what you've said, and I've watched soap cutting videos this entire time.
Okay.
ooh, that's a good.
Okay.
Because that's the only
De-stress.
thing that's gotten me through
Well,
it.
fine. Then y'all share something that you do to de-stress that is a little unusual.
Honestly, I feel like I'm with Ify. Mine's not that unusual. If I want to de-stress, you know what I do? I pop on a video game. I go into, because then I can like avoid being in my world. Like I don't have to be in my world. Like I can be somebody else. I can like exist in another space. I do that. I throw on some soap cutting videos like I'm watching now. And really
Yeah, I will
loving
say
it.
some of these soap cutting videos, they look like they're gonna slice their thumb off.
That's
and
the
it
truth.
drives me insane.
Yeah, that goes.
Like when they're having trouble getting through it, I'm like, just get another soap.
Yep.
Don't risk it.
It quickly goes from being a thing to
this
de-stress
chick has the
to,
longest nails too.
to the most stressful video in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Right? But yeah, for me, it's boring, normal stuff to de-stress. It's video games. It's comic books.
Yeah.
It's just nerdy shit, because that's just always been like my safe place. And so I go to that in stress. Like I go to my safe place. I mean, I don't know. Is there anything I'm missing that you ever noticed living with me?
I don't know. Maybe. Again, look, I'm not saying this is my first choice for de-stressing. I play video games, I meditate, I listen to music, or I listen to a podcast, I go on a walk with my dog. There's plenty of things that are options. But in general, I think just one of the things I always have found myself doing, like when I'm super stressed, I will find myself going on YouTube through the rabbit hole of, you don't have to pay attention to what is the next video coming up, but whatever it is, it's the same idea. It takes you away from having to think about whatever is going on and causing you that stress. And it's through deep dives that I first found ASMR, which a lot of people hate, but
Myself included.
but it started with like the soap stuff, and then eventually it kind of came to other stuff, and I found it comforting. And believe me, I would still much rather listen to ASMR than watch pimples all the time, because like I said, I can only take so much at a time, but it's still quite interesting.
I'm going to need for us to not say the word pimple again this episode.
All right, I will say one more thing about this.
Oh, God,
Here's
please don't.
specifically the type of video related to what we've been talking about that I found myself very much falling in love with. There are videos specifically of animals that have like very...
No.
Hold on. I'm not talking about like... There are some gross ones, but like there are some where this poor little kitty had a cyst that was so big that it was collapsing on its lung and it was going to die. They were able to do surgery, and
survival of the fittest.
and that kitty was able to survive the rest of its life and was playing, and I just tried to not cry. I'll be real with you. It like those are the type of stuff to where it's a cute video. I mean, it's not like you see like everything. You only see like parts of it, but it was still just one of those, like, it was a real special moment. Yeah, there is a lot of shame being thrown my way right now, I can tell.
No, there's no shame.
Oh, don't worry. I'm not experiencing from you, Ify. I feel very much supported. You don't have to worry about that whatsoever.
It's not shame. It's just why. Why, Christopher?
That's exactly what someone who shames someone would say.
I mean, again, I don't want to yuck anybody's yum. And as we talked about earlier, like, if this is your kink, if you're into this...
Okay,
like,
you're describing it like it's a sexual thing, which is not the case at all.
Is it not?
It's not. It's just more of... It's an amazing thing that the human body is able to do to protect itself. It's really cool.
This is going to be the most polarizing thing that's ever been said
Probably
on the
so.
show, isn't it?
Probably so. Well,
Yeah.
all I can say is, like, I feel the same way about that as... I mean, not the exact same way, but it's the same idea of, like, you watch, like, Planet Earth, and you're just more of amazed, but just like, holy crap, how is this possible that this exists? You know what I'm saying? And so it's the same type of stuff. So I'm not.
Fair
Let me
enough.
be clear. I'm not saying pimple popping is more beautiful or better than planet Earth. I will be the first to say that is not the stance I'm taking. But it's the same idea of just being amazed.
Yeah, so I do just want to issue, as the host of Is This Adulting, I do just want to issue a formal apology to Ify for what you've just experienced.
I gotta come clean and say I'm well aware of everything he was talking about, and I've experienced it many a times. I can't go as deep as he did, but there are times where I think it's like the combo of it. It's like watching Saw, where you're like, this is so gross, but when I make it through it, I'm gonna come out stronger.
It's especially fun when you're watching it with a group of people because it's like every possible emotion.
I thought you were gonna say watching it with a bowl of pasta or something weird.
Oh no! Eve and I have my points and limits here.
Chris, is this your dinner time activity with Kate now?
It is. It's something special that we just every Tuesday night. It's our pimple night. What can we say?
I don't like the term pimple night.
All right,
and I'm kind of concerned that that's the title of the episode.
Yeah.
So I do just want to say we were going to talk about weird ways that we unwind and weird ways we de-stress. And I think we really just talked about weird pimples.
Weird things that I do, apparently, yeah.
But you know what? That's okay. We're here for it. And we've been having a conversation. I'm watching one of those most satisfying things.
Oh my God, me too. Me too. Are
this
you
guy's
watching?
painting a handicap symbol, and it's beautiful.
This guy's drilling like divots into. Oh, I just got to that point. We're watching the exact same video.
We watching the same video. Yeah, we are. So yeah, I'm gonna wind it down because I've had enough pimple talk for the entirety of my life.
Okay.
Anyone who came over here for he's blowing glass. Anyone who came over here for Ify, I apologize. If this is your first time listening, please don't leave us. It's not usually like this. I usually keep a tighter leash on Chris, but he's out of control.
I'm proud. You can't shame me, my friend.
I'm not shaming.
I'm confident with who I am. I like pimple videos, and I'm not afraid to admit it.
Hey, live your
it's
truth.
Okay. I've said controversial things on this podcast before. I got called out in our Facebook group this week, in our discussion group, because I said a controversial thing way back in the day on this show, which is Twizzlers are not nearly as good as Red Vines.
That is facts. What do you mean controversial?
Ify Nwadiwe has said it now. You heard it here first. Red Vine's better than Twizzlers.
So true. I don't know who thinks otherwise.
Apparently, like 68 people in our group that voted Twizzlers instead of Red Vines.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, those are people who probably like candy corn too.
Oh, right. You're
sighing because you like candy corn, don't you?
I don't love it.
Oh, I was about to say because you had a look of like embarrassment. Well, hey, you know what? I'm on the wrong side of history apparently. So I also like candy corn. Take that. Screw all the haters.
Oh man! All right.
I like pimple videos and candy that kind of looks like pimples.
Yeah.
Oh. And now I'll never think of candy corn the same way again.
You're welcome. And
right,
that's the show, folks.
We're gonna wind this down and get the hell out of this conversation. But if you would like to send us a topic for discussion or a mental health check-in, or you have anything else on your mind, I'll remind you again, we're not professionals. Don't think we're professionals. But you can email us over at isthisadultingpod@gmail.com. You can follow us over on Twitter at @istthis_adulting. You can find us on Facebook, either at our podcast Facebook page or in the Is This Adulting Best Friends group. It is a discussion group for the show. It is full of lovely, beautiful, wonderful people. I've lost track of how many people are in there. It is growing exponentially all the time. Hundreds and hundreds of people are in there just hanging out. And if you're having a bad day, you can come in there and vent, and it's a good place for that. Or if you're having a good day and you're like, check out this sick-ass tattoo I just got. Or, hey, look at this soap cutting video. That's a good space for that. If you come into our group, I will be writing it into our rules before this episode releases. If you come into our group and post a pimple popping video,
it's gonna happen.
I will boot you.
Nope, he will not.
Oh wow! Is this the beginnings of a civil war?
I had
this
to
is the
deal.
Beginning of the end.
I had to deal with the fact that I asked, please, no one send videos of snakes because I'm horrified of it. Like, legitimately horrified, not even kind of. And a lot of people did it, and I just had to stay away for a while because it honestly brought me like deep fear. So if I can deal with that, then you can deal with that as well. That wasn't the best comeback, but you know what I'm trying to get at.
Anyway, if you're over on Apple Podcasts or iTunes and you want to throw us a rating review, maybe base your rating and review on the next few episodes or the ones before this. Don't base it on the pimple conversation, because, nobody wants that. Don't pop our pimple metaphorically. We would like to thank the collection for the use of our theme music, The Borrowers, off their album Ars Moriendi. Ify, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
You say it half-heartedly now.
No, I'm still just as excited. I don't know why I put my mouth that close to the mic, but you get the point.
I did get the point. Do you remind everybody? Do you, Ify? Do you want to remind everybody where they can find you and your projects?
Yeah, you can catch me at Ify Nwadiwe on Twitter and Instagram, Ifties on Twitch, on Nerdificent with Danny on the How Stuff Works Network, Candy Dinner for some goofs and gags, and and eventually on the BuzzFeed Blue till the gaming channel launches.
Nice.
What? That's exciting. Well, and again, if you haven't listened to Nerdificent, what are you doing with your life? Like, it's so good. They just did an episode on Transformers.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
But like good Transformers, not like the movies.
Oh man, there are fans though. Look, I'm like, all right.
They had 4 Shia LaBeouf podcasts. They just went on a deep dive of that.
Yeah. Well, that's gonna do it for us here on Is This Adult?
I've been your best friend, Chris.
And I've been your best friend, Ify.
That was a fun voice. And remember, kids, be happy.
Because you never know, they may like videos that disgust everybody else, and it like kind of makes them feel a little insecure, and they need a little bit of love right now.
I don't like it.
What can I say? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have a wonderful night. Enjoy yourselves while I watch some wonderful videos.
Oh God! All right, everybody, have a good week.
Bye.
I don't know.